Good morning. Well, it's a very murky morning this morning. I don't think we're going to get any sunrise colour. There is threatening a break in the clouds around about 11:30, 12 o'clock, I believe. So, to start the morning, I've just come for a drive. And I'm heading back on the road towards Ivalo. And I'm looking for some more of these giants. They're further back towards Saraselska. Because the landscape is more open there. Here we've got densely packed firs, and what caught my eye was some of the, and I can't remember their name now, birch. Again, I'm not sure if we're silver birch or curly birch. The fact that the leaves are all curly makes me believe they're curly birch. So I put my snowshoes on, which is good because even with my snowshoes on, I am still, where are we? Knee high in snow. Now I could be walking on a lake for all I know. I've no idea. There are times when a mobile phone is worth its weight in gold. I was just faffing around having a look to see if there were any other compositions around here. And I grabbed the phone and thought, oh, I quite like that. It's not ideal because there are power cables running straight through the top of it. Can't do anything about it. That's what's there. So to that end, I've used a very shallow depth of field. I've used f4.5, and I've focused on the trees that are directly in front of me. I think this is going to end up kind of a square crop. Maybe. There's a couple of little things to say. Power lines is one of them that I'm not keen on. So we've got this little tree here. Let me just fix focus. That's it. I'm getting the hang of this phone. We've got this little tree here just pointing you in to that. Oh, don't know. It's now decided to take a photo. And then we've got these three trees. There's actually four, but that's kind of just a little one, that one. This big one is the main subject, and then we've got this little one, and it trails off. So my thought is, I don't know if I can, no, it's going to zoom in too much on that. To crop it to, probably just about there. Just enough to leave, I keep getting in the way of that. Oh, I keep touching the screen. Just to leave that in. And I think that works really well. On that, you can't actually see the power cables. When I get it home, and on the big screen, you probably will. Nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. But yeah, thanks to the phone, I found that composition, and I'm really pleased with that one. I like that a lot. So, now I'm going to take a wander off back down there. We've just had some more skidooists come past. Skidooists, snowmobilists, I'm not sure what you call them. And they've all looked at me like I've gone out. They get used to me. Oh, now that's proper deep. As I say, without snowshoes, I think I would be in trouble. Right, I'm going to load the bag up and take a wander back there. I don't really want to risk going too much further down there because this is deep enough. Well, I've made it to the second location. It's not the exact location that I wanted, but it's going to have to do. I need to study the maps more, and I need to learn how to ski, because that would open up a whole new world to me. I'd seen these huts on Google Maps and thought, I really fancy going and taking a shot of those. Last time I couldn't find them. I found out why I couldn't find them. It's because they're on the ski track. They're ski huts. I'm guessing, so if you get caught out in a sudden snowstorm or whatever, you can take shelter. And they're fabulous. There's two together. The one on the left has got some sort of disky thing on the door. Which I'm not so keen on. But the one to the right, that one, I think he's beautiful. It's not the easiest of compositions because, as you can see, we've got trees left and right. I've walked round the other side, I've walked round over here, and I'm not getting a clearer shot there. So I've done a portrait composition. I'm on the 11 to 16 because I knew I was going to need a wide angle. The 11 to 16's enabled me to get the tops of the trees in, doing the portrait orientation. I've done a landscape orientation, but I can't get the top of the trees in, which irritates me because it feels like the image is cut off. But it's grey and white. There's no colour. There is the merest hint of a tanny colour in the wood of the little hut, but that's it. I'm not sure, but I think there might be another one of these down there, but I've had to break the rules very slightly. I'm actually on the ski track because I couldn't find another way to get here. Well, there is sort of behind me. I don't know what that's all about. It almost looks like a sledding. Oh, it's footprints. I mean, somebody else has been down here. I was just speaking to one of the locals. They said, "Oh no, you can't walk on the ski track." And there must be some huts like this for hikers. Though Lord knows where you find them. I will keep coming back until I find them. But yes, that's one of my must do shots. And I'm really glad I've come down to do that. With the with the landscape orientation image, there's going to be some distinct straightening to do because the distortion is horrific. Because I'm shooting upwards, if I was shooting at a level, it would be easier. The distortion wouldn't be as pronounced. But because I'm shooting with the lens tilted up, I'm getting distortion on the left-hand trees. So then I've left enough room around the main image to allow me to straighten it without losing them. Well, sadly, I'm on my way back to the airport, but I had to stop at the pull-in, the lay-by, at the top of the road leading into Sarasauka because the light is just insane. I'm going to have to flip you around to show you it properly. It's soft, it's pastel, the whites are so vibrant. There's a hint of a breeze, but nothing much. In the direction of sunrise, which is up there, sort of the other side of Kaunispa, it looks a bit bland and uninspiring, but this These are the days you live for as a photographer. I haven't done any startling compositions. I've done a couple using the road as a lead-in line into the colour there. I've wandered along and taken some of these wonderful trees. The band of blue, but even that is really soft, and then you've got that lovely pastel strip coming up. Oh God, that is absolutely gorgeous. And I say, if you look up towards Counterspar, it's a bit bland and uninspiring. It looks more yellow on here than it actually is. But all around, you could shoot that direction and probably get away without filters. Look at that. This really is. Last night and this morning have just made my trip. Parting is such sweet sorrow. I'm going to get all poetic. But I do get really emotional when I leave this place. It's just absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to stop waffling and I'm going to drive a little bit further up the road and see how long this light lasts for. This morning just keeps getting better and better. As I've been driving down the road, this is a lot more pinky than it looks on this screen. That sky just erupted and I'm like, oh God, where am I going to go? I need to get some pictures of that. And I wanted something on the right hand side of the road because that's where the sky was erupting. And then I just happened to come across a lay-by with these beautiful trees. So first composition, I'd got these trees on the left and I've got these three which were perfectly placed leading in on the right, so I've got odd numbers and just that sky behind it. The second time I've just kept with these two trees. I've done portrait and landscape to try and get as much of that colour in as I possibly can, and it's still giving. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I think these are beech trees. Birch. And they just contrast so nicely with that sky. And I think those were the best compositions that I was going to get. Everything else is a little bit messy. But, wow, what a fantastic end to what's been a brilliant 9 days. I don't want to go home. I so don't want to go home. This morning is what dreams are made of. So anyway, thank you for coming along. Thank you for bearing with me on my holiday. Hope you've enjoyed some of the images. And I will see you again week after next. Toodaloo!